Hey guys, Jazz here again. I thought I might as well just complete, or not complete, but get to another stage tonight where you can actually manipulate the stuff more by using the parameters and stuff. So I'm just going to close this out. So we left off here where we had the light and stuff. For now I'm just going to turn off the light. We don't need the light in this particular bit. And I'm going to get rid of the text because we're not going to be using the text for the next bit. I want to show you just how you'd use that group stuff. So first of all, we'll get rid of this. And what we want to do is cool. What I want to do is I've got this Earth model here. I believe you can get free on videocodepilot.net, or just search around for Earth.obj, and you'll probably find one. So we have our Earth here, and also I want to go into the starter pack here, and there's 3 rocks that they give us. What I want to do is I want to select all 3. Now remember, if you select them, they will all come up in your scene. What we want to do is we want to work with these in a different way rather than having them all edited by the same parameters. So to do this, we want to turn these all to group 2. So just click group 2 and we turn on group 1. Or alternatively, just press Alt and then click and it'll just turn it straight away. And we want to leave the Earth on group 1. And we'll just hit OK with our 3 rocks. They should turn up momentarily. You might not be able to see the rocks, probably stuck in there somewhere, so you can see sort of sticking out of the Earth here. If you can see that properly, I'm not sure. What we want to do is, since we want to just edit with that particular group, I'm going to bring this down a bit so we can have a better view. We go to group 2, and we have different things here. We've got group particle replicator, particle look, and group utilities. We might need this a bit later on. For now, we don't need it. And for our shape, what I want to do is I want to create like an asteroid field around the Earth itself. And we've got some particular shapes here that might be useful. You can look into all of these yourself later on. But for now, I want to look into a ring. And you might not be able to see anything yet, because it's just one particular shape there. But what I want to do is I want to increase the particle count. Ooh, that's probably too much. Do it like to about, let's say that much. What we're going to do is we're going to scale out the shape. And what I probably want to do is I want to make it smaller as well. Which one is making it smaller? Being probably particles look. Yeah, particle look. We'll scale down the particle size. What we're going to do is we're going to make. We're going to put this up a lot more. So that's probably too much. What we also want to do is we want to make it all a bit random as well. So in rotation, we want surface offset random maybe. I don't know what this does. We're just sort of experimenting at the moment. Let's zoom out, pan it up a bit as well, so we can see what happens. As you can see, these are all the different shapes that are just coming out at different points. Scatter it, maybe it's just okay, so maybe we want to mess with this a little bit. Bit of Z as well, too much Z, bit of X. Something like that. We also want to see the random. Ooh, actually, yeah. Something like this actually looks quite cool. Maybe I think we still want it a bit smaller in terms of this. Smaller. And more particles. And as you can see, it just automatically generates all these random variations and stuff. And if you want to move the entire sort of shape itself, we go to our where is it? It'll be here somewhere. That's just not position. Yeah, position XY. move this like this, and I have to just move it up a little bit. Something like this would go actually quite nice, I think. And of course, with After Effects, you can keyframe all this sort of stuff. So if I just want to keyframe this stuff rotating around, maybe. Oh, I know. Yeah, what we have to do. First of all, we have to create a. If we go to group utility, we create a group null. This is only in like the latest version, I believe, or one of the latest versions. I'm particularly in the group, I think 1.6 or something like that. Let's have a look. 1.6.1. So you probably should have this. I want to create a group null and then click something down here. So I can scale this up a bit. You should be able to sort of rotate this now. So I go to the rotation. You can do this and make a nice slow rotation. That's it. So I'm going to keyframe this and we'll go forward 2 seconds. Not too much. And as you can see, we've got something nice orbiting it now. We're going to have the Earth itself orbiting. So if we go back to element and we go to group 1, remember I put them on separate groups. If we create a null for that, I'll come up with a null. No. You may also want to just rename these. So I name these rocks. Nope. And Earth. No. Then you'll be able to sort of see it better. And I want this. I want it going in the I want it going in the opposite direction, just because. Why not? Beginning. And go the other way. As you can see, so we've got something quite nice here. And in this particular shot, maybe you want to add some particular, so to create some sort of star effect. So I'll just show you a bit of how to do that as well. It's simple. I want to make sure I'm not going too over time. I think this is pretty much the end of what I'll show you on this bit here, and you'll get more of an idea of how to use it. So with particular, I particularly use trapcode particular by someone. I think it was Video Copilot as well, or no? Who's trapcode? I honestly don't remember now. Okay. Oh, I think it's Red Giant. Probably Red Giant Trapcode Suite. I think. I'll link it down in the description. But anyway, it's currently started. And I'm gonna name it, and I hope this doesn't crash on me. Yep. So we'll name this particular. And it doesn't matter what colour it is. And we're just going to add this on here, like so. I don't know why the computer's being a bit slow now. It's not good. And you'll probably see nothing here for now. What we want to go is we want to go to emitter. And first thing we want to do is we want to change it into a box. And you might be able to see this. Maybe I'll just turn this nulls off and the element off for now so you can see what's happening here. And what I want to do is I'll go to particles, and I'm just going to bring this forwards a bit, because what it is at this point here it starts producing, so we want it where it's already producing a bit. So I'm going to take this back here and you can see it from here, and you can also just extend this by dragging this out like so. So we want it just where it's already in there. And so for next thing I want to do is I want to, where is it here? Emitter size. We want to sort of expand this out a lot. Same with X. X gives it a much bit of dimension. Okay. It should give it. What's the other one? Oh, it's because we've already moved the camera around. In Z, normally that's where it's sort of coming out. But yeah. And I think that's really. Oh, let me change down the amount of particles for a second. I'm gonna make it about 20 maybe. And we want to make this rotate maybe a little bit, you just want to get it turned looking nice, so maybe not the rotation, but we want to turn down our velocity to about 10, wrong one, turn down to about 20 maybe, and we turn our velocity random up a bit, but also our distribution up, so it just makes it a bit nicer looking. And let's see what we've got so far. It's probably still going too fast, so turn it down to maybe 10. Still a bit fast, I think. Maybe 5. We just want something very slow as it's some sort of dust particles. Or actually no, let's turn down the velocity 100% because we can just move the actual camera as they are supposed to be stars. So let's move this around a bit to get something looking better. So now if we turn back our earth and all this stuff back on, and if we also, particulate is already 3D, so if you move around it will move around in 3D space. And so I think it looks quite nice actually, because you've got that sort of starry effect. And I think maybe we want some too much. We want to sort of mess with the emitter size, I think. Just because you want it to have that sort of dimension. So yeah, something like this, and it's not looking too bad. And we just want to sort of maybe mess with the opacity, and so I just want to turn the opacity random on to 100%, so it's sort of random as to what is full and what is 0. And maybe we want to turn our opacity over life. Actually no, we don't need to do that because we put the thing at 0. Just keep it constant. We can also change this, so this might make it look better. Maybe I think a glow sphere might look quite nice, or you can mess around with any of these ones here. Star. Ooh, interesting actually. Maybe we need to turn these down a bit then. Oh shit. 0. Make it about 2, I think. Yeah, 2 looks quite nice actually. And maybe we turn down the opacity then. If they're a bit strong, maybe turn up the opacity random. Thought I did that, but whatever. Maybe if you just want to mess with the colors a bit. Obviously you don't want it 100% because if you do, let's just turn it up a sec. They have all these different colors, but if you just do it to like 10 maybe, or about 4 or 5, there's slight variance, but you don't see it that much. So like 3. And what else do we need in here to make it look better? I'm not quite sure. Maybe add an ad on this, and I think that's pretty much it that we need. Okay, so we have this now. I think it's looking pretty decent. You can move it about and stuff, and if you want you can zoom in close up to it, so if you just go in a bit, something like this, and maybe you can start around the earth at some point. And we're gonna have to look into all these little issues and stuff here maybe, but I think it's looking pretty good so far. Like, so just our camera options, do our point of interest and position, and maybe orientation, and zoom out a bit. Here, and we'll just bring it around a bit like so. Bring our point of interest down a bit. Maybe just move everything. Just want to move everything extra slowly. Back out. Yeah, bring this back down like so. I mean, if you want, you can like zoom out some country or something, some sort of map, and have it coming like so. And I mean, I think that looks pretty cool so far. And obviously you can change all these stars and stuff and make sure it looks proper rather than what I've done here. But you can get a sense of what I'm doing. And what I think we need to stop these stars from applying. We want particles. We want to stop the emissions at some point. So let's say if I have the emission here and we stop it at 0 here, and I want to test if I put the particle life up to like 95. That's ridiculous. Actually, put up to about 10 seconds. And we shouldn't have anything producing after this. Yeah, I think that's sort of fixed it. And obviously you want to take care of how many particles you have in the scene already and how much you need to be producing and for what amount of time. And so I think that's about it, you know, just that shit. You can add some motion blur and stuff, maybe use the use natural After Effects motion blur. But yeah, I hope that's given you a better look into how you go about looking into the particular bits here, the rotation and stuff. So I'm not gonna mess with that yet. Yeah, if you look into your particle replicators and stuff, this will be much more useful when you're like when you're making cities and stuff, and a lot of it is sort of repetition, but there'll be other elements that you add in from your particle looks and particle replicators in order to make it look not so obvious, let's say. And also there's a lot of stuff you can do in here still that I've not even looked into. I personally haven't looked into the animation engine, but I have looked into our custom made stuff. So in the last tutorial I said about text and stuff, and I showed you could do that. You could do masks as well, so I'll show you that in probably the next tutorial. Also there's a lot of stuff you can go through in this render settings, such as our ambient occlusion and our lighting and stuff. Lighting's a big deal in there. Also our environment we need to look at as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Got 3D orbit nodes and stuff here. So I do think that'll be enough for now. 20 minutes. I'll probably cut this down quite a bit. Maybe cut out one of the bits that I did wrong. But yeah, I hope this has given you a better insight into how to use Element and how to go about looking at all the parameters and stuff and seeing sort of what sort of things you can actually make. So I'll just zoom out a bit. This is just a very simple example of what we can make in about 10 minutes, and hopefully soon I'll have you coming up to this sort of thing where you've got 3D text in somewhere and you've got all these different cities and blocks and stuff coming around with all our lighting changes and stuff and all our background will show off at some point. It's being really slow at the moment. I'm not 100% sure why. My computer's quite slow nowadays anyway. And it's add on background. Soon we will have you making something like this. It's not too far off, guys. I hope you can stay with me through this, and I hope you learn, and I hope you be able to apply this to something else that you might make. So like in intros, or even if you use it in general A and Bs. The thing is, I learn all this stuff, but I never actually include it into my videos itself. There are certain stuff that I've been learning to implement, like some aura effect that I might show you soon. I made an aura effect for an MEP part that I did not too long ago, about 2 months ago I believe, or 3 months ago. I also did like an After Effects intro sort of thing, where it's like a character selection screen from a game or something. And if you want to look at that, you can if you look on my main channel, and I think the main video there will be or my latest full video that I created. I did that sort of effect, so you can have a look at that if you want. I can show you how to do that as well. It's quite simple, and I could do it a lot better as well if that was just in an IC, so time constraints and stuff. But anyway, this video has gone on far too long, and I'm gonna have to cut stuff out. See you later, guys. I might do the next one tomorrow, since it's past 12 now, and I might just relax, watch some TV, and then go to sleep. Anyways, see you later, guys. Bye.